My whole life, I was never taught how to spend money. The only closest I ever came to a budget was my mom's shopping list that she actually called a budget. Whenever we'd go to ShopRite, that's the only time I would see an actual budget. Hey teacups, welcome to the channel. If this is your first time here, I am Tigani Wakil Makagile. If this isn't your first time, welcome back. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. It helps me grow. And without further ado, let's get right into today's topic. My whole life, I was never taught how to spend money. I was never taught how to save it. I was never taught how to properly spend it. The only closest I ever came to a budget was my mom's shopping list that she actually called a budget. Whenever we'd go to ShopRite, that's the only time I would see an actual budget for something, an actual budget on how we're going to spend the money. But even then, we used to still overspend. And because of my history of not knowing how to spend money, how to save money, how to allocate my money, when I got my first job, and that was around 2020, and I came into good money, I think I was making like 30k per month, and I just splurged that money. And I know it sounds like a lot of money in Zambian kwacha, but in RMB it's like 2 times less than that. I became that girl that would pay for all my friends. I would pay for our Didi rice, for our food, for anything and everything. I always had this mindset that I'm gonna make money the next month, right? Like that was my mindset, and that was a messed up mindset. And then unfortunately the day came when I lost my job, and it was very abrupt. I knew something was going on. They weren't telling me anything that was going on in the company, but I could tell something wasn't right. I could tell people were leaving. I could tell sooner or later this place is going to go bankrupt. They owed me money and they didn't pay me. And at this point, I'm waiting for my payday, and my payday never came. And the little money that they had owed me, they still didn't pay me. Thankfully, I didn't have any debt. I'm not one to borrow money. I hate borrowing money, but it meant that I didn't have money for myself. And at this point, I had already talked to my mom, because prior to that, she used to send me money, right? Because I was still a student. I was still doing my bachelor's degree at that time. I was still a student. My mom used to send me money, but once I got that job, I told her, Mom, it's fine. Don't send me money. I'm good. I can take care of myself. But once I lost the job, with the life that I had been living, with flashing on the gram, taking pictures, out eating and everything, all my money was gone. I didn't save any money at all. So I lost my job. I had to go back to my mom, tell her that I need money. At this point, the kwacha to yuan conversion is ridiculous. So even if my mom sends me good enough money back home, it comes as nothing here. And I just had a hard time adjusting, because I had gotten used to this life. I had gotten used to buying all the things that I wanted. I had gotten used to maintenance weeks, buying the latest things. I used to buy things. That was a time I was an over consumer, for real. Ridiculous. It was actually ridiculous. I would buy, I don't know how many bags in a month, how many shoes in a month, how many clothes in a month. It was ridiculous. Looking back now, I'm very grateful for that experience, because once I lost my job, I started getting into finance. I started reading books. I started watching videos. Oh my god, I was watching Gordon Ramsay like no man's business. I started watching Robert Kiyosaki, even though I hear he's a scam and he's in debt right now. But I read his book. I ate up their content so much. When I eventually graduated and moved to a different city, by God's grace, I quickly found a job. I knew I had to buy better, so I decided to buy envelopes. And that is my biggest tip for anybody struggling to save money. Buy envelopes. Write on that envelope what you're saving towards. For me, I started learning about emergency funds and the need to have an emergency fund. The first thing I did was emergency fund. I wrote it on my envelope. I am saving towards my emergency fund. And when I got paid, I knew I had to put a good portion of my money towards that. Of course, I still had to live life. So there was money for me to live life, and there was also money for me to save. And whenever I wanted to make a big purchase, like maybe I wanted to buy a wig or something, I would get another envelope, write on that envelope what I was saving towards. And that's how I used to spend my money, and that's how I also used to save my money. I think one thing that really helped me learn to save money is going through the process of having something and getting to a point where you have nothing. That's exactly what happened to me when I lost my job. Another thing that helped me save money, I just got very deep into finances and bettering my finances. I knew that I needed more than one source of income. At the time, I had 2 sources of income, but I needed another source of income. And by God's grace, one of my friends was running a business, and he needed somebody to help him, because it was like a transaction business between people in China and Zambia. And so I was able to get that job and able to make money through that. And it was also good money. So through that, I increased my income, and in the process, I was still saving money. So much so that at this point, I don't work. Like I don't work. School is very hectic right now, so I am unable to work, but the money that I saved then is still taking care of me now. And because I have also learned the art of working, right now I only have one source of income. So my sources of income dropped from like 3 to 1, which is still okay because I'm still able to survive with the source of income that I have, and I'm still able to save, and the money that I saved is still able to take me through if I need any amounts of money, especially this year. I haven't really talked about it, but I have really struggled with my health this year, which is crazy because I was never one to get sick. But those hospital bills, guys, were hefty. Those hospital bills were hefty. I have insurance, but for some reason, I was told they don't cover outpatient payments, which is a lie, I think. Because I looked at it recently and I found an option that covers outpatient payments, and I was like, I remember them telling me I couldn't get a refund on outpatient payments. And I found this out because I was initially scheduled to have surgery, but by God's grace, things happened and I wasn't able to do the surgery, and I'm okay. And the surgery was expensive, but the surgery was supposed to be covered by the insurance. However, I was still undergoing treatment, and treatment was for an outpatient, and I had to pay money for those treatments. And I'll tell you guys, it wasn't cheap. It really wasn't cheap. I think I have spent close to 20,000 on medical bills this year. I also went through a lot of health anxiety, and I think it contributed to how much money I spent when it came to my health. But all in all, this is to say that because I was able to learn the art of saving money, I have been able to overcome these hurdles. Because had I not learned the art of saving money when I had to take care of those bills, it would have been a different story. So I hope this video encourages you to learn how to save money. I hope the envelope method works for you. Watch videos by, oh my god, I think I said Gordon Ramsay. He's not Gordon Ramsay, something Ramsay. I would check it and put it on the screen. Watch a lot of videos, see what methods work for you. For me personally, it was just the envelope method. I use it till this day. But anyway, that is the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Bye.